2, 1. What's up, y'all? This is the Direct X Show. Back in here, another week, another talking about gaming, strictly gaming, giving you the 100% that we can give to you in the world of gaming. You know what I'm saying? Some of the fellas couldn't show up tonight because, you know what I'm saying, they have live. Shout out to my man Kaleidoscope, Hebot, E-Rock, Sega, Kaleidoscope, right? Sega, J-Lone, you know, and anybody else I missed, I apologize. Ghost Rider, you know what I'm saying, 7:30. But, you know, we always got a backup plan. So, Chuck, tell them how you be getting up, man.
All the way. If I ain't going up, I don't know which way to go. That's how I'm rocking, man. We doing this thing. Saturday, I said we're going to come uncut, raw, give it to them exactly how it is. We're going to keep it gaming, though. You know how we do on the DX show Saturday nights. Let's go.
All right. Now we got my man. You know what I'm saying? GGDD. Damn, I can't mess it up. We just going to call you Tuck Master, man. Tell everybody Tuck Master. What's going on?
Everybody, it's your boy DJ Tuck Master 785, the original Pony Killer. All I gotta say, man, let's get this motherfucking rolling and let's just down Sony like hell.
All right. So then we got one of our you know what I'm saying, up and coming proteges. Tell him, you know, he was on a Vibration podcast earlier this week. You need to go check it out on my man Chuck channel. But Chaos, tell him what's going on with you, man.
Hey, yo, nothing much. This is your boy Chaos God, and I'm here to give you that gaming news from an interesting perspective. You can catch me on Twitter at Chaos God, and same thing as my Xbox Live.
Oh, yeah, he's going to get harassed in a minute. Mess around with big boys. But I decided, since it was like, you know, a bunch of stuff, you know, we talked about a bunch of stuff in different podcasts. I decided to make a Q&A. We can just talk about anything free, anything on your minds, anything in the live chat, just let me know. And let's go. So, Tuck, you ain't been on the show in a minute. What's been going on in the game streets for you? What you want to talk about?
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you, Chuck.
Well, you know, really, you know, I've really just been to myself here for the last couple of months. You know what's going on with me and all that stuff, y'all. So I just really just been to myself and everything and all that stuff. But the main thing, what I want to ask you is this, Bone, and all in the panel. Do you know that it's been real quiet from Sony and these Sony ponies and everything? They ain't doing all that bashing and bragging about how good their system is and all that stuff ever since E3. I mean, it's just silent. I mean, was they so damn disappointed in their E3 performance that they just can't talk no more? Or what? I mean, right now, that's all I gotta say right now.
Cute, man. So how y'all feel about it? Y'all feel about Sony's quiet?
Well, I believe that it's just they really don't. I don't think they really have anything that they want to talk about right now, and there may be something they may keep secret, like Microsoft did. You may see something in the future, but you know this is the last years of the console generation, so I doubt that we're going to hear too much of anything anytime soon from probably either companies.
Okay. I mean, right now, actually, I think it's because of the backlash from Sony. Because if you know, like a couple weeks ago, Sony actually got swung back at because they never been attacked by the media this whole generation. But when it's cross-play, and it really wasn't just the cross-play, it was the whole, they was locking your stuff to the PlayStation when you, even if you bought it from somewhere else, if you log into the PlayStation under your account. Like they was doing stuff like that. And that was the first time I actually heard the media do a kickback at Sony. Because Sony always could try to do things in the media, which is either ignore it or let it go, or it died out fast. Like they didn't really put no fire into it. Like with what it was that they were trying to copyright Let's Play. Like really, come on, you know, stuff like that. A universal word, you can't do shit like that. But they still tried, and ain't nobody say too much about it. I was like, okay, cool. I don't do too much Let's Plays, but you know what I'm saying, for the people that do, you know what I'm saying, if y'all want to, you know what I'm saying, do a backlash about this shit, but nobody wants to say nothing. So I was like, well, cool. That's on y'all then. So now they finally getting their backlash. So Sony know one thing: the best thing to do when you get backlash, don't be like Microsoft and try to keep trying to explain and keep coming up with shit. The best thing to do sometimes is just shut the fuck up. Because when you shut up, they can't keep bringing up new shit because it's just the same thing they got to repeat over and over. And no more new information coming out, then all of a sudden it just burn out. So right now, that's why you ain't hearing nothing out of Sony. They just being quiet because they trying to let that burn over, because if it don't burn over, it's gonna snowball on them, and then all of a sudden you're gonna have these big AAA games want to do it. Then Sony in trouble with the whole crossplay that they don't want to allow. So they gonna, you know what I'm saying, they don't want their hand to be forced. So the best thing for them to do right now is just be quiet, chill out, just take, you know what I'm saying, play the background. And their games still selling, their consoles still selling. They got a lot of hype around Spider-Man. They just had Detroit Become Human come out. That was successful. You had God of War. So right now they on a good path on that, no doubt. So if they just be quiet for a little bit longer to let this whole little cross play situation play out. But if it kick back up by the time holiday season, they might have to submit to it. But right now, Sony's doing the best thing, low key.
So they got a question and video game lover. He always in all our shit. So he asked, why do we all hate Sony? Or if you do hate Sony?
I don't. I don't. I don't like Sony, but I do like the PlayStation. If that makes sense. I like what the PlayStation does and everything. I like the experiences you get from there because I grew up on the PlayStation. My father had a PlayStation 1, a PlayStation 2. I had a GameCube, and then he switched out the GameCube for the 360, and that's when I became an Xbox fan. I never. It's that I never hated PlayStation. It's just that I really stopped playing it, and I after I went to 360. But Sony, I just don't like the decisions that they make. They're too cocky. I feel like they just need to, chill a bit and kind of keep it kind of like what they're doing now, kind of quiet.
Okay. All right. So
What's up,
Tuck,
everybody?
what's up with you? Tuck, oh man, we got the people that they love to hate. It's T Reaper in the house. What's up with you, Reaper?
Hi guys. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. I was legitimately staring at 100's like screen for like 40 minutes. I'm like, where the hell is 100? Where'd he go? Like, I said I was supposed to start it like this. And I'm like, wait, what time is it now? And then I heard 100's voice. I'm like, oh, I'm awake now. Oh, it was
I
like,
appreciate you coming by on late notice. I was just trying to hit people up. Yep. So, do you hate Sony, Reaper?
do I hate Sony?
Yeah.
I don't know. That $5 donation kind of like gave me pride. I think I gotta like Sony at least for God of War, for the God of War aspect.
He's like
$5 can accomplish a lot. You gotta love Loki daddy issues.
And you also do. You got to respect what Sony is doing. Like they're trying to keep it like what people loved about last generation, the creativity. At least Sony is doing that in that way, in that perspective, as far as storytelling. When it comes to like different type of genre, as in like the single player narrative, I feel like they can expand a little bit on that, just like Microsoft. It needs to be more beyond shooters and fighters. Sony's need to do more than just storytelling games. But I respect that from them, and that's my most like quality about them is that they're still trying to keep it creative with the story and trying to create new things.
All right. So, Chuck, do you hate some?
Hey, Misfit, what are you talking about creativity? I mean, heck, you talking about just God of War? I mean, yes, that's a good creativity game and everything, but it's the same damn game. I mean, now let me get through. If you want to talk about creativity, Microsoft did that in all this generation. They give you back compatibility. They give you everything that they need to give you, and they still be on dog. Still be dogged out by the media. Come on now. This is.
Just look at the games that Sony has made. First, before it became multiplayer, I mean, Sony did have that game Hellblade. They have Horizon Zero Dawn. You know, there well, I'm not sure. I don't think that The Last of Us 2 is coming out, but it's different. It's different. It's going to be different than the first one. I can respect that. I'd rather not play the same game, but different story. But
What do you guys think
yeah,
about that
like they
Spider-Man
just
coming out?
yeah, and that Spider-Man is good.
I
I
mean,
forgot about that one.
well, wait till Spider-Man come out, then we can talk about that then. I mean,
I
I'm not.
mean,
I mean, like I said, I
and
don't have a PS4. I don't have a PS5 at all. And like I said, I never buy anything from Sony again, and I haven't at
and
all.
that and then that's where me and you differ. I had a PlayStation 4 until it broke down a few years ago. So
Well, I
I've
had,
played all those games.
well, I had a PS4 too, but the only thing I used the PS4 for was the Blu-ray. Outside of that, I didn't use it for no games. I mean, this crossplay thing is really something that everybody really wants, and Sony don't want to give it to them, and I don't know why. I mean, I don't hear about where they got 80 million systems out there. That's irrelevant.
Right.
That's not even.
Hey, Tuck, check this out. See, you know what it is? Like I'm for the person out in the chat. Look, I do not just hate Sony just to hate Sony, but I do point shit out what I see off of everything. You know what I'm saying? If I see a game I like, it's a game I like. Like what Tuck was saying about you saying like pointing out stuff with Sony. Like okay, they nobody just hate them. But you gotta point out the stuff that they do when they do some shit. So if you see something that's like, okay, Sony got a game that you want to that's coming out that's good to get, okay, I get it. But if I don't like it, I just don't like it. And you know, so they got certain gamers like certain things. And the games that I see in the light is okay, a lot of multiplets and games that's on the Xbox. Sony just starting to get games that's okay after 5 years, and to me, it's a little bit too late just to be just starting to come out with games. And then if I'm hearing in the works PlayStation 5, you know what I'm saying? For me, that don't make no sense because as soon as y'all come out with these games, now y'all coming out with a new system. I got to buy these games, then buy a new system, then repeat and buy them same games again. I'm just thinking with logic. You know, Sony think old school. Xbox is more like thinking about in the future. Because if you think about the way Sony thinks, they think about trying to keep everything just as basic as possible. If Sony could right now, it wouldn't be no online multiplayer game. It'll be strictly just the regular old school type of games. And they probably would have just kept, you know what I'm saying, they would have innovated a little bit, but they wouldn't have went too far with it. Like how Nintendo, they come out with something, but they're not trying to push it to the max. But with Xbox, they trying to do new and create things. They trying to bring out new stuff. Sony want to just keep it to the old fashioned way of things. You know what I'm saying? The old way of living, you got to change. You got to keep up with the times. That's why they don't want cross play. That's why, you know what I'm saying, with the whole backwards and forward capability, Sony not really
Well,
with
Cook,
that.
do you think the crossplay will eventually happen whether Sony wants to it or not?
To
No.
agree, to a degree, they might get their hand forced. It just that's one of those situations. It's iffy because if Sony just stay quiet about it, it can die out. But if somebody else reignite this fire, they can get forced into a counter where they're gonna end up submitting at the end. But if they can bow out gracefully and get the media to die out about it, they'll never do crossplay.
Guess who we got in the house? My man Sega Forever. Introduce
Hey,
yourself.
what's up, guys?
What's up, Sega?
You guys can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool. Yeah, what's up, guys? Sorry, I'm running a little bit late.
Oh,
Sorry, I've been off for the show, man. I've just been kind of busy. Got a lot of personal stuff going on, but glad to be here.
Oh, man.
Well, I appreciate you coming on for tonight.
Thanks for inviting me. Cool.
So, Sega, do you hate Sony? That's the question. We having a quick Q&A with the community tonight.
Oh, man, we're just jumping right into it, huh?
Mm.
Do I hate Sony? Personally, no. I've talked about this before. I actually used to be a really big Sony fan, mostly for their electronic stuff. I'm kind of older. I'm right around Tuck's age. Me and Tuck up there in age, around the same age group. But when I was growing up, man, Sony was the king bee, dude. It was everything. It was a big company. And but like I said, I like most of their stuff because they're electronics, the televisions, Walkman, all that stuff. And naturally, when the PlayStation came out, because I was a gamer, more of a all-around gamer back then, even though I was a huge Sega fan, I purchased their PlayStation. And then I stopped though. Once PlayStation 3 came around, and I didn't really care for the product, so after that, I just stopped supporting the company. I'm all Xbox now, pretty much. So I don't have anything personal against Sony. I have problems with their fan base, especially their lunatic fan base. Now I definitely have problems with those guys, but I mean, it's been this isn't 2013 anymore, and there's a lot that's happened between then and now. And even though I'm Xbox all in now and I support Xbox more, it's good to see Microsoft gaining. They're implementing their vision, especially under Phil Spencer. So I really don't give Sony any thought, to be perfectly honest with you. I kind of heard a little bit of what Tuck was saying, and I know you guys are talking about crossplay a little bit. My only thing about the crossplay stuff, I don't really care if we get crossplay. I can see the pros and cons of it. Me personally, I don't care. If I want to play with Sony guys, then I'll go get a PlayStation. And their fan base doesn't really play online. I mean, they're more like according to them, they're more the single player type people, right? And this is another reason why not that I back Sony, but I mean, why should Sony do crossplay? They really don't have to.
No, I don't have to, but I get people saying, like, perfect example. We're not talking about crossplay with the first party. We're talking about third party. Say a third party want to do it. Like, Soul Calibur's going to come out, right?
Yeah.
My boy Dauntless, shout out to him. He's a PlayStation guy, right? Very respectful PlayStation. He said, "What about if I got my crew against your crew?" Now,
that would be awesome.
To me, that's why I'm looking at the benefits of crossplay. Now, me and Chaos crossplay. We was playing Warhammer Vermintide. We knew who was on Xbox and who wasn't on that. They was on PC. If you give that option where I just want to play on PC, or I just want to play Xbox guys, or I just want to play Nintendo guys, as long as you can put that third party developer give you that option, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
The only way I see them doing crossplay, and I don't think it's going to go away because it's such a huge game, is what's happening with Fortnite. Fortnite is that game that's going to force them to. That's the only game.
Thing that breaks the camel's back.
Yeah, and the only reason I say that is because it's a general populace thing. Like, we can sit on a podcast because we're gamers and talk about this stuff all the day long. But when it starts affecting the general population, and I'm talking general population as the kids want to crossplay, they can't crossplay, then they go complain to their dad, and then their dad says, okay, so I paid for this, why can't they play? And then the parents get involved, I mean, Triple Chuck, you know this stuff, man. You talk about comic book stuff all the time, and you know what runs the industry for these companies. And I don't care how big Sony, how many millions of consoles they have. If they don't, that fan base is rabid. I can speak to this from experience because my kids are gamers. They play games. My nieces and nephews, I have a lot of them. They are not gamers whatsoever. And then the other night they came over to hang out, stayed at my house, dude. My nephew's playing on my Xbox. My two nieces that come over here, they have iPads with Beat headphones. They're playing on that. Then my other niece is playing on her phone. Then my other niece is over there wanting to jump on my computer because I got an Xbox hooked up to that one.
But see, like with Minecraft, like I like how they do with Minecraft. Like Sony didn't get on board with Minecraft. So like my son, they get the Minecraft say. So like you said, it's iPads and different Android tablets and phones. All of them can play together on Minecraft. Don't matter what you got on a Nintendo Switch. If they got it, to me, that benefits. Only thing I just want to know also with it also was the integration, how we're going to talk to each other. I don't want to communicate. I play multiplayer. I like to talk shit. So I'm not going over there just to be quiet. Sometimes I'll be quiet because I got to, because I'm on the phone. But other than that, I want to hear the other person, especially when I'm going against this person and this person. And the craziest thing about it, what was Nintendo's first thing? I don't want no little kids playing with adults.
They got always use the proximity chat.
Yeah. Man, that when you sitting there, what you doing that? Hey, you guys.
No, it don't gotta be bad like that. They could just have it with a distance. If you're playing like a multiplayer game, they could have it with a proximity chat will make it where it's possible to talk to each other without having to be in no Xbox party, PlayStation party. They could just use an open proximity chat.
No, my thing is I like the developers to make their own chat. You know how we can go in the game chat and we can still be in a party? Right. I want something like that. Because I don't want to play no game and we can't talk. We play fighters all the time. I don't want to be on there where we can't play no fighters and we can't talk mess. We do that shit all the time. If it's just silent.
Yeah, but I think that's an easy fix though. So you know what I'm saying? I think if they gonna come, I mean that's just like having a dough these days, or the window ain't automatic. You got to wind down manual. They don't make that no more. So you know what I'm saying? I think that's gonna be an automatic feature that what you talk about. I know it's a concern. Like they better have that shit, but it should be an automatic feature.
Yeah, but Sony has a lot that they gotta install in order to pull this stuff off, man. It's not gonna happen overnight, and that's another problem people aren't talking about. Microsoft has been doing this for years, since the original Xbox. Mm-hmm. They've been working on online gaming, dude. They're already. Sony gonna have to do some major catching up. The thing I would find totally funny, and I know Phil Spencer would totally do this, for both Nintendo and Sony, is just let Microsoft do their online.
Sony's not going to do that. That's one reason.
No, I know Sony won't. Sony not going to do it, but I'm saying they got to do. You know what I mean? If this stuff, I'm telling you, man, Fortnite is like Call of Duty numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And then all these people are like a Battlefield. Look, I want to use Battlefield as an example, man. Battlefield is actually going to put a mode like this into their game. And I heard COD is going to do the same thing, this Battle Royale mode. Crap. Now, some people are saying, well, PUBG did it. Yeah, but that's not the point. The one that made this thing popular is Fortnite, dude. Fortnite is actually changing the scape of shooters by doing this stuff. I don't hear it in my Battlefield. Where the Battlefield dudes at, man?
But
I'm a COD guy. We're out of Battlefield dudes at.
Yeah, but
Battlefield guys are supposed to be purists.
The Battle Royale thing is Fortnite is free. Them games ain't free. PUBG ain't free. Battlefield ain't free. Call of Duty ain't free. If you had to pay for it, I bet you it'd be on par with PUBG on sales.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing.
You know, they throw stuff. It's really like for these kids. Like my son played. I think they started their new season Thursday night or something. He played from 9:30 at night all the way to 7:30 in the morning.
Right.
Trying to get their level up on it. Find out what's this got nerfed. This didn't get nerfed. It's a lot of crazy shit.
How much V-Bucks have you bought your son?
Oh Lord, he hit me about 6 months ago for like 120.
Okay, so you is paying though.
Yeah, I'm paying, but I didn't need it. Like I know, I get it. I pay for it. I know. Oh, we had a hell of a talk a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, all that I'm trying to tell you, you done bought 3 games.
Hey, but you don't got to pay for the entry though. You just got to pay for the drinks.
Dude, they know how it works, dude. This is why a lot of people that are like the single player thing, right? That's becoming a big thing. I did a video about this on my channel. This is the reason why the single player stuff ain't selling, because a person will buy a console, they'll buy Fortnite, and they'll spend their money on stuff in Fortnite. They don't go out and do other. Maybe they'll do Madden or something like that. Or maybe they'll get something like a year later, they're like, oh, their friends is playing on that, they'll go play that. Right? But when it comes to Fortnite, dude, that's why all these people, they understand that there's money to be made. Now, if the game can be as successful as Fortnite, but they're making their money because it's all in game. And this is why other games are not selling, because people are buying like you could have 80 million consoles, and if you only buy one game, that's the problem Sony's having, to me anyway.
And one thing is that a clear big case example, the game Gigantic, that free-to-play game? That game is actually shutting down, I think, in June, July, something like that.
They don't have enough players, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have. Well, I feel like there's not a lot of people putting money into giving money back into the game. I feel like that's mainly it, because I've seen more people on my friends list play Gigantic than I do Paladins. Although Paladins is, I like it. Me and Bone be playing it here and there. And it kind of shocked me on the trailer that they have on there. It says like they had like 23 million players, although I really kind of doubt how many people are actually continuously playing it. But people are actually putting money into that, and you see it there. They're giving it back. You see all the skins. You see a new game mode. You see some new maps I've never seen before.
Which game is easier to play in your opinion? Gigantic looks a bit complicated.
It was. I didn't still understand it.
I'd probably say Paladins.
Yeah.
I'd probably say Paladins. But when it comes, but I when it comes to reviews, I heard that Gigantic was better once you get to play it, and a lot of people are talking trash about Paladins. But I feel like that's more of the Overwatch player saying it's garbage.
Well, yeah, it
So
has
you
an
got to take,
Overwatch feel to it. That's why.
And then some free to
yeah.
plays is some free to plays. I can play bunch of them like Path of Exile. Only reason I
Mhm.
gave them $40 because that shit was a polished ass game already. And the only thing I
Mhm.
got was another skin. Another game I got hooked on. Neverwinter. I know people that spend
Yeah,
racks
Neverwinter. Yeah,
on
Oh
Neverwinter.
yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Will spend straight racks. And then the only thing that at least they were showing me love with gold coins. Like you can't be walking over here. You know what I'm saying? You can't be walking. You see, we got horses and ponies and all that stuff. You better go, man. Go through the things. Go get.
Mhm.
I liked that. That's what some games need to have that trading. Like if I have something, I should be able to at least give you some currency or something.
Mhm. Exactly. I spent 80 on Warframe. For some
Oh,
platinum, and
damn.
I got a prime in return.
Wow, man.
Free to plays work if you do it right. You don't make it pay to win.
Exactly.
See,
Yeah,
when
but
you told me Warframe, when I never touched Warframe because people told me it was pay to win.
It's it's a grind, but it's a good grind. It's a better grind than Destiny. Like they actually pay you for your hard work. That's what people don't really understand. It's a grind to get to certain points to get certain stuff that you need. Like there's some stuff I need now for a Warframe I need, but that's on a different planet on the other side of the galaxy, and I have to unlock these other planets in order to get it. That's why people may say it, and like the market and trading and stuff. If you have platinum, you can just like get it quicker. But about anything you get there is you don't really have to pay. I say probably some like cosmetic stuff, and that's all I really kind of deeped into that I've seen. That's really more pay to win. It's more
and
the
that's
cosmetic
why this
stuff.
stuff is never going away. I see a lot of people's videos complaining about these loot crates, man. It's not going to go away. They're
I,
making money on this stuff.
exactly. It may change a bit, but I don't think it's really going away.
Well, because what it is, it's actually the only way you can combat this is by not to for
Not
your
to
own
buy
peace
them.
of mind is not to buy it, right? But then
Not
the
to
other
buy them.
problem you have is that there's people that are going to buy it. So the
Well, I
best
mean,
thing that I tell people that they can
Don't.
do is let the developers war it out. Like everybody was big on Overwatch. My daughter was a big Overwatch player. They kind of nerfed a few of the players, especially her favorite player, Mercy. They nerfed that character, and she didn't like that at all. And then Fortnite came along, and then she hopped over on Fortnite, and she hadn't been back.
I mean, my whole thing about the loot crate situation, and I always have said this: if it's there for people to buy, it's there. Okay, and if you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. I mean, these industries are out here to make money. They ain't out here to lose money. They're out here to make money. So my whole thing about that is that if they're gonna make money, let them make money. If you don't want to buy it, just don't buy it. So that's my whole thing about that loot crate and about these little things that you gotta buy that people want to buy and all that stuff. Like Bones said, if people want to grind, let them grind. If they don't want to grind, hey, I don't get no problem with what they're doing.
Yeah,
So
go play State of Decay 2.
Yeah, you gonna be
Find
grinding.
another game.
Reaper, what you think about it?
Um, all about microtransactions.
Yeah, no, just like free to plays and like like the
I'll
like
play
the
free to play
Fortnites and
if it interests me. Like Game Pass is kind of like its own free to play model now, because now you don't need to pay credit cards or cash to get the game. You can just have Game Pass and just download it. Now, oh look, free to play a game, and some of these games like Vermintide 2, that didn't take me very long to finish, and then I was like, oh, at least I didn't actually have to pay for it, and it was nice, nice rental for like first like 12 hours, and then I'm like, oh, now I'm on Champion, and now I just have to sit and wait. I'm like, oh, that was a cool trick. The Earthfall one though, I actually wanted to try that. And
I bought it. I bought that game.
I wanted to try that, but it cost money, so I was like, oh damn, it's not free to play. That sucks.
Yeah, you have to, but it's only $29.99 for the standard?
Yeah, it's like only $30, but I don't actually have $30 on me right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but it's not like a full like 60.
Yeah, it's not a full price. It's like all the games for like the coming fall. I have them already. They're all bought and paid. It's just it's just like some of these games. Some free to play games are good. Like Paladins, I agree with you. It was a fun game to try out. And you'd be surprised how many more of these free to plays exist on PC than they do on the Xbox store. Sometimes you can get really lucky with those free to play models, and sometimes you can get really good games. And then sometimes the free-to-play model on Xbox is just like, oh, that was interesting, but I'd rather have something more.
Right, but
and microtransactions, like no one is forcing you to swipe your card. That is a matter of choice. No one is forcing you to do that. That is not. No one is forcing a gun to your head and say, please buy our microtransactions. No, that's your own choice. And if you're stupid enough to spend it on it, that's your own choice. That's
your own choice.
Just wait for it to go on sale. You can't wait for these crates to go on sale.
Like Shadow War got so much backlash from microtransactions that they took them out of the game, and I'm like, but that was the funnest part. Come on, I love those XP boosts. I love making my own army with my own money. That was so cool.
But the only thing bad about it when they take it and they have it when you try to play the game and they make it so.
Makes the game broken as hell. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that you gotta buy shit like that. Like they did with 2K. They made it where it's damn near impossible to level up. So you had to buy it to level up to even keep up. So they made it like that when they do stuff like that. But I want to give a shout out to Dragon because he made good sense about Game Pass. I mean, just think about this here. You go buy 2 AAA Microsoft exclusive games, okay? Or you can pay for Game Pass a whole year. I mean, they cover Game Pass for a whole year. Everything else in Game Pass, you can play for pretty much. You can think about for free if you want to look at it from that angle.
Yeah, so, and you can also look at it like it's going to give you your Halos, it's going to give you your Gears, it's going to give you your Forza, it's going to give you all the mainstream titles that you want day and date, and you don't have to pay anything. You just have to pay $10 a month. I mean, that's an obvious steal. Like $10 for all access to those games day of. Yeah, hell yeah.
Not to mention the backlog of those games. Now, there's a ton of games in that damn thing, and I'm not talking scrub games. I just downloaded Fallout 4. I downloaded what is it, Morrowind? I downloaded that one.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy. It's not just throwaway games either. And I plead with everybody out there, man, go get a Bing account. Go connect your Xbox account to the Microsoft Bing account, man, and start earning points. You can get points on there just by searching using Bing. And you can transfer those points into actual points that you can actually buy the Game Pass. I have a free year because I did that.
Actually, they done this. They actually merged it together. It's not. It used to be Microsoft Rewards. It's just. Xbox Rewards. No,
they are Microsoft Rewards.
I thought that was just on Xbox though.
No, everything is merged now. So if you go do something on Bing, I got month and stuff I ain't even cashed out yet. I didn't even know I had because I'm a I don't go on Bing. But I'm sitting there like I got this, and Flip got cashed out about like 100 and something. He was sitting there like, man, I got this. But,
right.
People don't. You get points for achievements. Like I only got about maybe 10 hard copy Xbox One. Most of that buy digital. So if you buy a certain thing and you buy a certain, they'll give you some money back for buying.
Yeah, that's why I go to the Microsoft store to buy my stuff, dude. It's right down the road from me. I go down there. I buy it, dude. I'll come back, and like a week later, they'll be like $10, $20, depending on what I buy. And I use that to go buy movies or something, or DLC.
So it's crazy.
Yeah.
So how y'all feel about Sony's and Microsoft stocks high as ever?
Good for them.
I think it shows how gaming is growing, and that's why I feel like this is the best point that you can make about this generation, and what makes it good is that gaming has grown to unbelievable numbers. I'd never really expect for gaming to kind of like really grow like this, and it just shocked me, and it continues to shock me, and it makes me wonder what's going to happen in the future. Are we going to see new consoles coming out because more companies are willing to take a chance? Are you willing to have some things that may support consoles. Like the future can go anywhere with gaming if it keeps on growing like this.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not really surprised about how gaming has evolved, because back in the 80s, back in the 90s, and all that stuff, when we had Sega, Nintendo, the regular PlayStation, everybody was going to the store, and there was a lot of people just buying games. So it just grew, and then when this digital download thing come out, that leaves you that's more money for the industry. So I think it's as far as I'm concerned, it's all good, but I'm not surprised. I mean, I've been gaming ever since what 1980. So, back in Atari days and all that stuff. So, for what gaming is doing now, it's like wow. It's just growing by leaps and bounds. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo, they're not hurting. So when it comes down to that, I think it's all good for the gaming industry. Hebot can vouch for. Hebot and everything can vouch for that. I mean, gaming's been going on for a long time. Matter of fact, I am the oldest guy in this panel. I know that much right now. So, as far as I'm concerned, the gaming has been good ever since the 90s to me. So I'd had every doggone system. I'd had Atari, I'd had the Atari 2600, the Atari 5200, I'd had PlayStation, Nintendo, Genesis, you name it. I didn't even bought the damn 3DO. And 3DO wasn't all that great, but I didn't bought that.
Oh my gosh.
But the 3DO had technology in it that no other console had. It just didn't have the backing or the following. And then if it would have had it, hey, no telling where it would have been right about now. So, I give the people who buy games, all the kudos. They doing what they need to do. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad to see what Microsoft is doing with this Game Pass thing. I think that's the best thing for gamers and gaming in the gaming industry. Because like people always say, you think about it. Once the game reaches a plateau, it stops selling. With this Game Pass, you don't never have to worry about that because that game's going to always sell regardless. So no telling how old a game get. If it's on that Game Pass, you can play it if you want to buy it. Fine if you don't. You can still play it. So, hey, I love the way that gaming is going right now.
So guess we got in the building? The most powerful gamers in the house.
But let me say this. All because of Microsoft. I'm not giving Sony a damn bit of credit.
I already know you ain't giving
Sony.
You gotta let Hebot talk.
Here we go.
What's up, man? Where's Hebot? Huh? You can hear you sound like you're in the water. Sound like you just like that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, you sound clear now.
Good.
Somewhat. Most powerful game related as always. Didn't see what's going on. What's going on, people? Hey, what's going on, guys? I was just wondering what the hell y'all was talking about because I heard Tuck ranting.
Oh no, we got a question in the chat. Should 343 make new IPs?
Okay.
Hang on, before we got somebody want to come in late.
Never got flip money.
Got these numbers.
No, I was in the car. I was listening. Y'all can continue going on.
Yeah. So the question.
What was the question?
The question is: should 343 make new IPs?
Should 343 do new IPs?
Yeah. So they just don't do Halo no more. Just do a bunch of other stuff.
Well, hold on a second. 343s. I would say they could do another IPs because ever since they started doing the Halo stuff, people just been hating on them. Even though, personally, I think they've done the best Halos because they made them more action oriented. They made them more cinematic. They made a lot more lore. They put a lot more lore and to the world as you're playing. You know what I mean? Like the graphically, they made it a little better looking. They made it feel less sandboxy, even though it was still had that vast feel, but it was less sandboxy like the first two original. And they tried new things. They took risks. They tried new things, and I don't think they did it to disrespect the game or the fans. I think they mainly did it to basically evolve the game. But that's the only way I would say they should do something different. But I think they did what they do, to be honest with you.
I think that 343 should, extend their horizons, and I feel like Microsoft should have a game to where they talk to the developers, multiple developers, and they try to collaborate on one game. Like, like kind of like what EA's doing, with what kind of like what EA did with Battlefront 2. They had their some of the developers go in and collaborate, and I feel like if they did that, I think that can be the next step of gaming, kind of taking gaming to another level. Because if you put all these companies in with, they have their different talents, they specialize in, different things, we can start seeing some amazing stuff. I think I think that these developers can do it.
Well,
I
Cass,
think
can I ask you a question?
Microsoft has done that already, though, in small doses.
Let me ask you this question, Ki. If you own a Lamborghini, right? You own a Porsche, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna take that shit to a Toyota dealer? No, because they don't do it. What Microsoft is figuring out is 343 is good as what doing is what Halo. Look at all they do. Damn near every Halo. When I'm talking about Halo, they do Halo World Championships. They have the books. They're doing more things. Just the video game.
Yep.
And people don't understand that they're doing more other things. Now you got Playground to mess with Term 10 now. They're part of the family.
Well, Bone, check it out real quick. Let me say something to add to what you were just trying to say right now. You gotta understand, people talk like if studios and Microsoft don't have flexibility, but there's companies that relegate now with Horizon Zero Dawn. When it comes to they don't make other stuff. Same thing with Naughty Dog. They did stuff before, but before they did, basically did Uncharted for a long time. Then they just did Last of Us before the end of the PS3 era. You know what I mean? Because they tried to do something a little bit. Most of their studios have always been the same franchises. So there was, like Hooper or Infinite or whatever. And things like that, so it's like the studio's good at what they do and they want to keep doing it, then they shouldn't have to do anything else. I don't see what the big problem is, but that's what I wanted to add on to what you were saying.
Yeah.
Halo's a brand. That's what it is. Like you were saying, they're expanding the horizons on that brand. And if Microsoft is smart, they'll just do what Marvel does. And in the end, what Disney does with their brands, but Marvel overall with their characters and stuff like that. That's what they're trying to push Halo as being. That's why 343 Studios got the gig, man. If you guys remember when it came out with the Xbox One was supposedly supposed to be that all-in-one console. It was going to be about music and movies and TV and all that stuff. Look at the games they came out with. Look at what they were going for, and that's why 343 fit in. If you guys if you go on Halo channel and watch all the behind-the-scenes stuff, which I thought was absolutely cool, but I'm kind of like that, dude. I buy the DVDs, I watch the background stuff, I watch the director cut, I listen to the commentary. And that's what Microsoft was doing with Halo. You know, it's a brand. Just like you're saying, Bull, man. It's what they're doing is they're trying to go beyond just the gaming.
And people don't already know that Halo is already, Halo already has an expanded universe. You go look on the
Right.
on you see TV shows, specials, movies. You see they even got books, y'all. Like this, they have a future and they have a plan with it, and I feel like that's just the next step is gaming because that's really the only thing that really hasn't went far with that is gaming. I mean, Halo Wars 2, but they just need a game that that really feels like Halo, plays like Halo, kind of like Reach, but may have like a different set of characters and a different part of the and different part in space handling another big role another big threat to humanity. I can easily see that happening.
I mean, are
And
we
they
still
might.
talking about 434 or what?
343.
343.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna put my little spin on it. My little spin on it. I mean, if Microsoft, if that's all they want them to do, hey, that's their company. That's that's the game they want them to make. And plus, they do a whole lot more than just make video games anyway. They're doing the thing with Steven Spielberg, right? With the movie.
You mean the TV show?
Yeah, they're doing that. Are they doing a TV show with him?
Yeah, but do you trust Showtime to actually pull it off though?
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
I think they pull it off.
See, I wouldn't have given it to HBO. I wouldn't have given it to Showtime. I would have given it to HBO or Stars, or Amazon.
Wow, what's wrong with Showtime?
What's wrong with
The only thing that Showtime shows me that they can do is Shameless, which is a dope ass TV show. But it shows there's hope. But I've never seen it.
They got that military. They got that military. They got the military show. I like that. They got the show that man fix everything. I forgot that. He kind of was like, what was that movie called? Michael something. He kind of like that person. Like he take care of stars.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Now I'm lost. I lost after the second season. You know what I'm saying?
You also got to remember though that HBO has Game of Thrones. They're going to do a Game of Thrones universe kind of thing going. They're doing there's spinoffs, there's prequels. So I mean, you got to go where you can get in. Netflix. I mean, I don't know if you guys look at Netflix lately, man. They put out shows like every day.
Netflix would do an awesome job.
I'm surprised that they didn't go for Netflix.
Well, you got to understand, Netflix is trying to do. Netflix already got enough time dealing with Marvel. They gonna do. Netflix gonna do. What do you call it? What's the game? The Witcher. They have and then they want to bring their own original stuff out too. So it's not.
They have so much.
They don't have the time.
Yeah, they have so much stuff being put out that Showtime is probably a better option because like a show like Halo could get buried under all the stuff they're putting out.
Now you would have said if it was on the Sci-Fi channel, I would have said, "Oh no."
Or Amazon, yeah, Amazon.
It was on the Sci-Fi. Shit ain't been good since Defiance. And I'm like, what you call it? Why everything that's good on the Sci-Fi channel go left? Like Expansion was good, and then you give it up.
Yeah, Sci-Fi would have been a little scary because they bring out a lot of garbage too,
Yeah, I'm like,
I agree. I kind of have the same mentality as Sega Forever because it's true. Right now, the problem right now with Netflix is they got so many big licenses and properties that the Halo show will probably get drowned and then overshadowed. You also got the competitors like Showtime that are trying to pick up big properties to make these shows. But they say that we're going to be big. They say that we're going to go dark, and it was going to be, a rated R, mature rating, I think, also. So something like Halo, since it's big, will help the brand of Showtime as well. So these competitors are trying to get these big names, and it will shine more because then it will become basically the stars of Showtime, or one of the stars of Showtime shows. You know what I mean? Has a better chance. For everything.
And then on all them three networks it was mentioning, who got a Sci-Fi?
Yeah.
Out of all three of them, who got the sci-fi? I mean, the closest is games of. I can't even say that word. I ain't gonna try to tell. I can't say it. I don't know why I say games. I say games.
And you got that new show that came out not too long ago. Damn, that used to be an old show in a movie. Danger Will Robinson. That show. Damn,
Lost in Space. That's an old show.
That was way before his time.
No kid now actually doing that. That was actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
But see, they threw a new twist on it. That's what I like about it. It was a new twist.
To be honest with you, it makes more sense the way they're going with Lost in Space now than what they was doing back in the '60s, because it's totally different now. It makes sense that it's a woman instead of a man, even though back in that era was different. So you know how it is. Some shows or movies or whatever have to change with the era as time goes on.
Yeah. Look at Voltron. I love Voltron.
Oh yeah.
Look at all the stuff that was coming on. I still ain't. I saw 2 episodes and had to go do something else. And that's only a 30-minute, 20-minute show, really.
Dude, people was laughing at Netflix when they were showing their plans, and people was clowning them, kind of like Xbox in 2013, 2014. Now look where we are.
And oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead, bro.
I lost my thought now.
Oh.
Okay, like in the comments, Castlevania. That was a game. They did good with it. I liked that Castlevania. It was
the anime.
Short. Yeah, it was short. It was short, but you know what? It was Netflix did pretty good with it.
Yeah, that thing was gory, man. I know Heba liked it.
Yeah. No. Season 2 of Castlevania comes out in August, I believe.
Yeah,
it's 8 episodes this time. It's good though. Andrew's right. It's really well done, even though it was only 4 episodes. It was really good.
Oh, another TV show that was good? The new Thundercats. This Thundercats was good because they explained a lot more stuff than the old TV show did. I wish that could have seen more of a light.
The bad thing with what was it? Cartoon Network? Yeah, Cartoon Network. They don't know how to make their time slot. Problem.
It wasn't Thunder. We us that grew up on Thundercats know about Thundercats.
Yeah, we understand what they were saying. They just changed. They just changed it around a little.
The art style. I don't like that. How they did. They got the art style of whatchamacallit go.
There's a new one. 100. There's a new one that looks like Steven. Even Steven. It looks even worse. That's
yeah, the super one, right? Yeah. Maybe it might be good. I don't know.
But
they need the right person to do that. That's all that is. They need the right person to handle Thundercats.
But they had the right people that with Voltron. Voltron is not set in the same universe as the Voltron that we grew up with.
Man,
that is a whole different universe.
Actually,
they did that new Voltron. I said when Netflix did that new Voltron, I said, man, that is.
Because look at all the Voltrons they didn't have before.
I love that.
I think it was only one that I was really.
The vehicle sucked.
I liked it. The
people don't know.
Man. You know what? I wish they bring that back.
There was
I liked the car. We call it the car Voltrons. The car Voltron.
You talking about the diesel, like diesel joint, something like that?
Yeah, what
it's called like diesel.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, this was a car. It was Voltron. It was named Voltron. They set in a different universe. I mean, not a different universe. They was on the other side of the galaxy. They was trying to be.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Pidge's cousin was part of that. It was his brother. I thought that was his cousin. Okay.
So
he was in there.
Talks about him in the original when they get close, because they end up. I think when they killed when I say they decided not to do it, they merged both of them together. They end up together.
But here's the thing. This is what happened, 100. That first Voltron with the car, the real first, before the Lion one, and then they did the Lion 1 year later. But the new Voltron, what they did, they kept the essence of the original show. With a lot of the characters, a lot of the story, just changed it where it kind of made sense and wasn't offensive, and it kind of moderated it. You know what I mean? And that's why it's doing so well, because they kept true to the essence of the original show, and they're trying to it up. And they're also doing it with a new She-Ra that they're about to bring out too. Which is supposed to be original as well. So I think it just, as long as it's true to the essence of an original show and give it the new, change some things up, like Pidge is no longer a kid, he's a girl, and so they still look like Pidge, and they make her have a brother. It's not really that terrible, it's not really offensive, but it's still, well, you can bring the little girls as well to watch it. My daughters love the Ultra, so it works.
Oh, we got a question in the chat. We got a question in the chat. Are y'all hyped for Yakuza on X? It might be coming to Xbox.
I'm gonna just say this. Have nothing against this. I have nothing against Japanese art style or anything like that. But really, is anyone is going out there to go buy that? I guarantee you, no one is gonna go out there and buy that. I'm sorry.
Last night on GRT. Shout out to K.
No one is buying that. I'm sorry. I cannot see Xbox guy. Oh yeah, we gotta get Yakuza for what? Bragging rights?
This is the deal, Flip. Though you're probably right. A lot of people might not buy it as much, let's say, as on PlayStation. But if it's there, it's good because that means the Xbox guys got the option. They don't gotta go buy it anywhere else if they're interested and curious. You know what I mean? Yeah. The beat 'em up basically with open world elements, even though it's not really open world. It's like a spiritual successor that Sega created after they had the problem with Yu Suzuki because of the whole Shenmue debacle, and he wasn't happy with Sega and the royalties and all that bullshit and politics of games. And so they had to do their own version of Shenmue because he didn't want to do the other one. Whatever. He didn't sell, wasn't supported, obviously. But if the game comes, like, even if I understand where you're coming from, and you don't like it, and I respect that, but if it's there and the option's there, it's good for Xbox as a brand. Because then, other dudes can buy it that do like it, and they don't have to say, well, I gotta get a PlayStation just to play Yakuza. The thing is, it's been so PlayStation time to say, oh yeah, we want it on Xbox after all this. I think it's just Xbox. Look, you ask me, because it's been so many years, and all of a sudden now you want to say, oh, we want to bring it over. But they brought it over to fail.
So how do y'all? So Reaper, how do you feel about Yakuza might be coming over to the, you know what I'm saying?
I have a written policy that I don't play games that I can't understand, and I don't speak Japanese.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my!
Oh man, Reaper.
Reaper.
So
Reaper. Oh my God, Reaper. No, I understand everything. I mean, that he about said, but does Japanese games really sell on the Xbox? That's what it's called down. That's what it comes down to.
But you gotta think, Flip. People were complaining that that Microsoft didn't have any variety, didn't have no Japanese games. And even though them bringing this Japanese games to the Xbox just simply shuts those critics up.
Well, you guys excited for that Kingdom Hearts 3? I can't wait.
Hey, I ain't gonna know what I saw that. I saw it on the Microsoft thing. I want to play this shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, exactly.
It looked kind of dope to me, even though I know I'm playing with Disney characters. It looked kind of dope to me, seeing, like. Now I actually watched people. I watched a couple of YouTubers play Kingdom Hearts. To me, it's like hack and slash, and this and that. Gather Jewel.
It's a dope franchise. I love it.
Yes, yeah. So I can't wait to play. I'm gonna buy day one. You know what I'm saying? But I had to see it from my own eyes. Like you would have told me that. You would have told me that shit 2 years ago. Like, you gonna get Kingdom Hearts 3? Why not? I don't know. But when I saw it live in action, like boom, 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 and like I said, I ain't gonna lie, I grew up on Disney. I had a look.
I think there's going to be a route though. Cinderella, understand the prequels
several times. Yeah. So.
Because if you don't bring the other ones onto the Xbox, how are they going to understand the story at all?
Well, they actually explained. They explained that before you play it, they're going to show you a montage of what the hell is going on.
Oh, okay.
That is like if you go play. Remember when you go play?
Yeah, there's like a flashback scene before the game actually starts, and the entire thing. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna visit this question. We're gonna
faster game. I think they'll bring over the remaster eventually.
Yo, y'all.
We're losing you, bro.
Hey, Bone.
Who's coming over?
What do I think about it? Oh, I ain't buying that. I ain't buying it. I ain't buying that dog shit.
There we go.
Don't get me wrong, fellas. I think it's good for the Xbox platform to have a game like that because since the damn Sony ponies all they talk about, well, we don't have no games. But now they can't say that we don't have a good variety of games now because we're having one of the Japanese RPGs coming onto the system. So, you know, that talk's over. But as far as me buying that crap ass game, hell no. That's all I got to say about that.
Are you talking about Yakuza or are you talking about Kingdom Hearts?
I ain't buying that game. I mean,
I think you're talking about Yakuza.
Oh, yeah.
Now, when Kingdom Hearts come out, I'm getting it. Because I had never played it. I never played it at all. But but I'm a Disney guy. I never did play the one on the PlayStation. So I'm just looking forward to that. You know, I just it might not be a day one, but I will buy it. So,
All right.
Who's the stuff? Oh hell no. Nope.
See, I wasn't interested into Yakuza until someone told me it was kind of like that one game, Sleeping Dogs.
That's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said last night on TRG. I like Sleeping Dogs. Sleeping Dogs.
I love Sleeping Dogs.
It blended in just right. It blended in the combat of guns, but also martial arts with the environments. I mean, even throwing a person in the trash can was fun.
Exactly.
The only difference with Yakuza is that Yakuza weirdo stuff that they do over there, like you play these little games that have weirdo shit. But other than like you put like a baby diaper on, it's so grown. It's like it's got some good stuff.
Hey, it's just
but
like,
for the most part, it's a beat 'em up. It's a beat 'em up RPG. That's what it is. It's an RPG with beat 'em up style.
It's just like T. Reaper said, though, man. I mean, there is fan service in this stuff. So if you ain't down with the fan service, then you probably won't like the game. Just keep that in mind.
Well, I just said that you have to make me understand it first, and then I'll buy it.
That's what I mean. It's like watching an anime, dude. Like people, like I don't recommend animes to people because depending on the anime. But like I told my friend, I'll go check out Attack on Titan, and he asked me, "Is it any good?" I was like, "I like it." And when he watched it, man, he was like, "Dude, he didn't understand what the hell was going on. The thing looked gross." You know what I'm saying? It's an acquired taste.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I like it. Yeah.
The end of Dragon Ball Super, and that's not in English yet. I'm mad. I'm like, yo, where's my
Reaper?
Yeah, Reaper.
Yeah. Reaper is bugging. Reaper is bugging. I'm done.
So we got another question. They say, how y'all feel about DMC5? I'm playing DMC.
DMC5 is gonna be official. Yeah.
No, so
DMC5 is super badass, man. That's action packed. And plus it has good story, good gameplay. Like DMC5 is a cult classic, man. People love it. It is what it is.
Oh, Devil May Cry, yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
I'm playing the Witch Color now. I'm probably gonna play it later on tonight. The what's that DMC? The one that Platinum did.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean the one that
I just had it time. Me and my son was sitting there like, man, I'm gonna go play this. Like, you play that?
Although that felt like Bayonetta.
Are those games 4K enhanced?
No.
I
get upscale.
No.
No.
Upscale? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they upscale. No,
Are you talking about the DMC from Ninja Theory, Mo?
Yeah, that was Ninja Theory. They did that. I thought it was Platinum did it.
No. You're talking about the newest one, right? The newest one?
Yeah. When he go, when you get the, you get the sword, one
That's
sword.
Ninja Theory. That's Ninja Theory.
All right.
The last one that Platinum, no. The last game that Platinum game did was, they did a shit. It's supposed to be built. You know, they did Star Fox for the Wii U. They did to the Transformers Devastation, the Ninja Turtles, the Kira, the Automata. I think the Automata is the last game they did.
Oh, so they did everything except Scalebound. Oh, got it. Okay.
Exactly.
Forgot about that. So Flip, how you feel about Devil May Cry 5?
I mean, shit. I'm all for it. I wanted to come. Shit. I'm all for Devil May Cry. Shit. Hell that. Bring it on.
I can understand.
I don't got a problem with that.
Flip?
Yeah. Hello? Y'all heard me? Did y'all hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Yep.
Yeah. No. Honestly, I wish they could. You know, made Devil May Cry exclusive, but it is what it is. I'm off. You know, like I said, I'm all for that. Like, bring it.
Shit, Evil 2 remastered.
And I can't get with that game, dude. I can't get with Devil May Cry, bro.
He said you can't deal with.
Nah,
I mean,
I play that game. I gotta go to church. That's all bad.
Well, like the one I'm playing, like.
Hold on, wait. What did he say? What did he say?
He said he got to go to church.
Oh man,
but you know, I got a sword that's from like hell, and then I got another sword that's from heaven. And I was like his mom and his dad, and they made something together, and I'm like, oh, this shit is crazy. But certain swords do certain stuff. It was, you know, it's like you say, you might got to, you know, have a drink. Let's see, what's another one? What's going on? Okay, we ain't talked to you, Sega, since E3. How you feel about Xbox E3? We ain't talked to you since, you know.
Oh, the Xbox E3?
Yeah, because Sega, they lost you in Sega's sitting on waves and shit. You know what I'm saying? Cooking pigs and shit.
No, it was good, bro. I mean, it was like the thing I love most about it is it's just like, you know, it's like the circle's complete. You know what I mean? They came full circle. They put out everything, all the stuff that people been hating on them. After that E3, you can't say anything else. They got the studios, the 4K is banging, Game Pass is the real deal, backwards compatibility is now being taken seriously, which is funny for guys like us who've been gaming forever. That was one of the biggest complaints gamers always had when we had to switch consoles. It's like, oh, why can't we play our old games on our new consoles, right? So Microsoft goes ahead and finally does it.
I revisited that Modern Warfare 3, and I was like, damn, this is what it used to look like? I feel old.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, this is what
but it holds up, though. That's why I like why it holds up. Because when I didn't have, it's certain games I was just waiting for, and I had the disc. Because, you know, I didn't buy too much digital on 360. So I'm like, I'm going through boxes of games.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I was like, I got to play this again. That's what I need to finish playing. But my son got me on Ghost. He got me. I ain't never played Ghost. He got me doing the Ghost story mode. Every time I think I'm going to do something, like, play this, play that. I'm like, I got to play this. I don't like that. Because he want to play too. So, you know, when you die, you got to pass the control like the old days. If you die, you got to pass the controller. I'm like,
yeah.
My son is the one that's telling me which games are backwards compatible, because he'll come up to me and says, "Oh, Dad, can I play this game?" I'm like, "Well, I mean, you know, you don't have the 360 in his room anymore." And he's like, "Oh no, it's on Xbox One." But he just asked me if he could play it. Yeah, they're just kind of like, "Oh, okay, go ahead." That's how I find out most of these games are backwards compatible.
So how do you feel that Phil came out, like, you know what I'm saying that they're not leaving no one back? So if they do come out in 2020 with a new Xbox, all your games come with it. How you guys feel about that?
No, yeah. I'll say the way. Let me say this real quick, because I hear a lot of people complaining about that. I hope they do bring it. I hope they bring a new console, because number one, people will buy it. We've already proven that. You know, everybody talks a lot of trash online, but when it comes down to the nitty gritty, right, people want the latest stuff. That's just the way it is. We do it with phones, we do it with computers, we do it with these iPads and whatever, Surface pads. The kind of good thing I say about if they come out with a new console, that just means your Xbox One X will be cheaper, your Xbox One S will be cheaper. So it's going to push the industry forward, and it'll push the pricing. That's the best part about coming out of a new console in 2020.
And, you know, them or Sega or Google, because I can see Google kind of getting into it. I wouldn't be surprised if they made an announcement that they'd be at least interested.
Google put their stuff in every damn thing. I'm a Google. I got Google in everything. I live
know, same here.
But some of that.
I love my Google Chrome. My Google Chrome is my.
I'm like, people think about it. Google be blowing on some money. Like,
because they got it
to save it, yeah. But just because you got it don't mean you got to spend it. You ain't think about the richest person in the world. They ain't rich for no reason. They were smart about it.
Well, you know why? They're warring with you can thank Microsoft for that because they're warring with Microsoft on the cloud service. And with Microsoft first pushing 4K, thank you very much, Microsoft, for doing that. They're pushing 4K, man, and it's becoming a reality, dude. I mean, there's money to be made, and that's the only reason why they would think about jumping into the market. Same reason why Microsoft jumped to the market back in the day.
You know what's so funny about this? How they don't give Microsoft credit. Even PC people, you do understand that Windows is the reason why you PC can play games the way you can. You do understand that. You do understand the reason why you can play online and your internet provider come up with faster internet connection is because of Microsoft Xbox Live. You do understand that. And a lot of people don't know that. I don't understand how people can just hate on Microsoft and not know this thing. I don't get it. I swear I do not get it at all. I mean, Microsoft moving forward, yeah, I'm happy. I'm glad to see that they do them. To be able to bring our game with them.
Bro, it's just like LeBron, dude. It's like how everybody hates on LeBron, right? How good he is and stuff like that. So I hated him too. But now he's going to be a Laker, so like him. So that's how.
I don't like him. I just got to work with him.
I do. You know what? You know what? Don't get both started. Don't get both started. Don't get him started. Don't get him started. Don't get him started. I understand. I understand your analogy, but I'm gonna use a mooch. But here's where you're wrong. don't get both started. Just don't get them started.
My bad.
And also to see how far Microsoft has come from like 800 servers to the 300,000 they have now. That's just insane. The cloud, like everything, just like they've grown so much, and it's the same can be said for same can be said for Sony too, except it's up and down, up and down, up and down.
Oh, that's true, and hopefully this will push Sony to get a better online service.
Yeah. Has anybody seen that Sean Layden and Mark Cerny interview? From a couple weeks ago, that was actually pretty interesting to listen to how Sean Layden is like the new version of Phil Spencer for Sony. I think that's kind of funny.
Oh man, he needs to get some better. So you need to take his ass to Banana Republic. You making over? I know you making way over 6 figures. Come on, man. Tired of seeing you on stage at E3. Just put on a T-shirt.
Oh, yeah, that was.
Let's go on, put on. You got this sports jacket that look like you done got from the Salvation Army. Look like you look tired. You go last. So you shouldn't be tired. It looked like you done been kicking it with a bunch of hookers and smoking and doing cocaine. And the world that
man. Go there.
It looks a lot better now, too. I asked him on Twitter, I'm like, Weight Watchers or Subway? Which one is it, Sean? And he laughed at it. And I'm like, which one is it? I'm kind of curious.
All right. I'm sorry I brought up LeBron. I'm sorry. I got rolled in a bad mood. Sorry.
Yeah, you did. You did.
No, but my thing is, okay, look at these. Like, look what Microsoft get on, right? You see Phil coming in casual, right? Got the tennis shoes on. You see Aaron looking casual. What's wrong with being casual? You come in like you finna go do something. If you're trying to present me to buy your games. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to present me to do that. And you looking half. I ain't. You know what I'm saying?
You know why though? There's an air of genuineness around Phil though. I mean, when you see Phil, there's that air of genuine. You know he's genuine.
Oh yeah.
So,
like man, that team. Like when I met Marky Barr, we went to the spot, and I'm like, damn, that's Mikey Barr. I'm like, that's Mikey knew the hell I was. I'm like, what you doing? Like, you know who I am? Anybody? I'm the last person I'm thinking because I know my channel, I talk a lot of shit. So he's in there like, yeah, man, I missed you last year, this and that. And I'm like, yeah. And, shout out to my man Avers, which calling them they hung out the other day. He was there and I'm like, hey, you know what? I got somebody to talk to. Talk to my boy Avers, you know what I'm saying? I mean, people that look like regular Joes and they developers.
That's what's up.
And I'm sitting there like, man, this is our card. Like, man, we just win this something in your cut. You funny as hell. Like, you think I'm funny? I don't think I'm funny. Like, I just do the shit just to do it. Like, I go off the rip, but you just don't know. And it's like that person, it's like that impression. When you get with Phil sounds genuine. He's not like, even if he is taking your money, he's doing it in a nice way of taking your money.
I'm done. I'm done.
Typical 100 fashion right there. Typical 100 fashion.
Yo, he took it there. He took it there. He took it there.
He's keeping it 100, that's for sure.
Yeah, so it's like that's what he gonna hit you with. Like he gonna hit you like, yeah, you already know. That's what them companies do. They know they get it. Man, we see gameplay or something. I'm like, what we do? We go run straight to our consoles or go run the game spot or whatever we go run to and go hit pre-order. I didn't even know I pre-ordered what you call it. The new Warhammer. I mean not Warhammer with the other one. What's called it 3? The Dark Side is 3. I didn't even know I pre-ordered. I'm like, I said, when I pre-ordered, when you was drunk, I didn't know how to get me, man.
He sold you on that very well, huh?
Yeah, he was like, yeah, when you was drunk, I'm doing this, hitting buttons, like, I want this, I want that. And I'm calculating stuff in my head, like, whoa.
He pimping you out, man. He pimping you out.
Now he want to go back game sharing with me. Nah, I can do bad by myself.
He's gonna be using that. You get sharing that credit card. That's what that is.
Oh no, I took it off. No, not on his Xbox. It's not Z. No, that's why they asked me for Xbox money. Like, can we get this? But see, he's so kind-hearted, and see, like he want to get it. He was sitting there like, can I? This is how I know he's trying to help somebody out. You know, you want to get them V-Bucks. Like, Pops, can I get 2 $10 cards? I'm like, why you send that for $20? Can I just get 2? Who you finna get this other $10 to? You know, Lola. I said, your little girlfriend? Alright. I ain't buying no more, man.
A little man's in love, man. He in love. That man be.
They played, this was the thing was, they played the other night at 7:30 in the morning. I woke up twice. I even ate one time. And they still was on it tough.
Yeah.
And they was on it tough. They wanted to get that chicken dinner. But then when I go play PUBG, why you playing that garbage? Because you can't shoot. Because you can't, don't get mad because you can't shoot. I know how to shoot. That's why you got air. You know, that's your son because he can talk just like you. He throw the jokes on me. Like, man. You know? So let me see if I got enough. Any questions even from the ponies in the live chat? I got a question for the panel. And don't ask where everybody else is at. They ain't worrying about you. They probably getting laid. Something y'all need to do.
All the pony questions go to Tuck. Tuck handle them.
Hey, Flip.
So
Hey, Flip, how old are you, man?
Yo.
How old are you?
How old is you?
How old are you?
I'll be 43 this year.
Okay, yeah. I mean, let me ask you.
I'm old head. I'm official old head.
There's an old series that I used to watch years ago, back in the 80s. It used to call Star Blazers. Do any of y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Star
Blazer. Yeah, I remember that, John.
Oh, and I don't have him singing.
He had that damn battleship with that what? What's that damn gun? The wave motion gun?
Yeah.
I hell, boy. Once that series went off, I said, "Oh man, I just lost my mind when that series. Like, damn." I said that series not coming back on because that was a damn good ass series right there. I would love to see them come back out with that again. That was good. That was some good stuff back then.
Netflix might. Netflix is doing Ultraman.
Yeah, I think Netflix. I think it's on Netflix if I'm correct. I could have sworn I saw it on there, but I'm glad you said that. What TV show? I mean, well, what cartoon show that y'all think that they can translate very well into a video game?
A TV show.
What cartoon TV show?
A cartoon TV show. I wouldn't mind seeing like a Silverhawks. That wouldn't be too hard. That's something that
you know what I was thinking the exact same thing. That exactly what popped in my head when he asked me about Star Blazer. Like, how would Silverhawk look or translate into a video game?
Sure. I think because you can have different characters. You know, put some. My thing is shoot, find out who own it. Phil, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no sources. But I might got the little sources I do, like, Phil, let's go try to do some Silverhawk. We get to try to find a license and do something like you did with State of Decay, get some a little double A thing and see if it can grow. Because that's the thing about it is Microsoft doesn't have a anime. I mean, they are animes on his anime games. Like you got Ruby, and I didn't know it was Ruby. I was calling it RBYZ until man Jay Long like, man, that's Ruby. But it's not like super polished.
Who makes that game? Like Rooster Teeth or something like that?
Yeah, Rooster Teeth makes it.
I know them because they make my favorite Red versus Blue.
Yeah, so I'm trying to tell them, like, man, I wouldn't mind that. What else do I can see?
Altered Carbon. I can see Altered Carbon.
Yeah, Altered Carbon would make a really good video game.
I feel like that'd be kind of cyberpunkish in a way though, because you know, like how it's set. Like I feel like if Cyberpunk was like TV showish, it'd be like Altered Carbon. It'd be kind of like that, just few tweak differences.
Hey, what was the name of that one? What was the name of that one series with you had the five people, you had the girl, and you had the other four guys, and then they changed the ship into like a Firebird.
Oh, that's what.
Thunderbird. Yeah,
Thunderbird.
You know that might be a pretty good idea to make a series like that. That'd be a good idea.
I think there's some Thunderbird games that came out on
Did it? Was it?
Or something like that. Yeah, I think.
I don't think so. I don't know.
You don't think
I don't think so. I don't remember one, but it might have. I think
that might not hit the States.
Long time right there, boy.
They got a question for us. Do we get pissed off because PlayStation, because PC get to play on Xbox Live for free? No,
not really.
Well, you can't control your PC environment. It's an open source. How are you going to control it? How are you going to monitorize it? That's why the reason why you have Windows and you can play things through Windows, but you can't offer it anywhere else. Being, you know what I mean, without being monitored, because they have too many different things on their PCs and open source. Too many people have different specs, different things they run, different things they like to do. So you can't monetize it. There's no way. Can't do that. The reason why it's monetized on Xbox and on something like PlayStation, for example, where you pay, because we're all under the same ecosystem. Every Xbox One or Xbox console is the same hardware. It's nothing different. It runs on the same internet infrastructure, That's why they do that. That's why it's free. But no, they give it to them for free because they don't get all the other shit. They don't get the free games. They don't get the security. You know what I mean?
No, because it's up to the user.
You know what? I'm glad you. Not to cut your bone real quick. You know what? I'm glad you said that, Keybound. Shout out to my man Red Dragon. But hashtag stop bitching about Xbox Live being free on Xbox.
Listen, you don't get the free games. You don't get the discounts. And you don't get the type of party chat flexibility that you get with the Xbox Live when you pay for it from the console. That's a fact. McDonald knows that. He's a PC guy, just like I am himself. He knows that the ins and the outs. So when those guys say that kind of stuff, I say you're being stupid. But on Xbox One, on Xbox console in general, what we pay for, we're getting the security. That's why we don't get our shit hacked. That's why we get the free games. That's why we get, the discounts for new games. And even get discounts on Game Pass. Because there's a Game Pass $5 when you got Xbox Live. You see what I'm saying? So those are things and perks that they don't offer on Xbox Live and PC because it's free. So they need to stop with the dumb shit like they don't know that or they don't know anymore because that's a fact. Yeah, it's free. You don't get the perks that you get when you pay for it. You just pay what you pay for. It's an old saying, and that's a fucking fact. Plus, again, on Xbox consoles, it's all, I'm going to say, ecosystem. We're all on the same internet infrastructure. There's nobody having anything different. Like his Bob's Xbox is just like mine, my PC. I can have something completely different on my PC than Bo, so it can't run the same type of Xbox Live quality if he has a different one as mine, so he can't monetize it, you know? And I understand what you're saying with Red Dragon. He always bitch, but Red Dragon, it seems to me like he wants everything free because he's got that PC mindset, you know? Good guy. Don't get me wrong, he's a great dude, but he got a problem, man. He like, fuck that PC and then console, two different things. You can't compare it. It's not comparable.
And also,
you know?
Also, what's the difference between Xbox Live and the PC? You know, Xbox Live being free on there. Is that I'm kind of.
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry. What were you saying that again?
No, I was saying that I see that the difference was that since Game Pass is out, they may throw in a few service bundles. If you get Xbox Live, you can a little extra price.
Good point. Good point.
You may get Game Pass, and since they just got a partnership with Spotify, they may throw Spotify in there. Services that we may get that the PC may not get because of that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's a gift and a curse.
But you gotta understand this though. But see, people gotta understand this too. PC, that's really an open environment. Everything goes down. So think about it is Steam doesn't allow you can play, it's up to the developer. But I don't hear nobody talk about when they playing WoW. You gotta pay it's a lot of games that are subscription based on PC.
Yes.
$29.99 a month.
Before I forget, because my diabetes fucking me, right? Remember this, guys. On Xbox, anything we play that's Xbox exclusive is running off dedicated servers. Okay? And every multiplayer has the option to use it for free. The problem is, on PC, when you want to use dedicated servers, like something like Battlefield, or something like even Gears, I remember at one point, because even on 360, you had to do it. You have to pay for those dedicated servers separately, and it goes usually by the hour, by every 2 hours, and it comes out way more than what you would pay for the yearly subscription. Plus, the yearly subscription is only $60, and you get it for cheap on City Keys all the time. You can get that shit for like $35 and $40. With extra months in there. So it really isn't a big of a deal like everybody wants to cry wolf every once in a while. Or not cry wolf, but, doom and gloom about every once in a while. That's, you gotta look at it with some both sides of the palm and be open-minded about it. We get way more perks for paying for it and way more flexibility and way more, things that we don't have to worry about, like the updates, like the dedicated servers, like the discounts, like the free games. Again, not to sound like a broken record. So those PC numbers, because it's free, it's free, but you don't get nothing else. Even the PC chat system is inferior to the console version, 100, I'm sorry.
But I'm like, you can't compare the two. I know my man Red Dragon be wanting stuff for free. But you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing in life free.
Yeah.
But love, and ain't free no more. That's just tough. People gotta understand this too. Different environments of the ecosystem, and that's PC. So let PC be PC. We talking about consoles. Like you say, I go on CD Keys and get my ass a damn. I'll pay $45. Even Amazon from time to time throws Xbox Live for $40. If you still paying $60 for Xbox Live, that's your dumb ass fault. It ain't mine. Because there's ways out there you can go get it. You can go get it. You ain't got to pay the $60. CD Keys actually got one that you can get 2 years plus 2 years plus another 3 months for like $84. That's a steal.
A major steal.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a spin on all of this stuff right here, right now. See, y'all trying to get people an educated solution. Okay, I'm gonna give the people the solution that everybody want to hear. If you don't like live, don't buy it. Bottom line. Hey, I love live. Hey, I had my prescription is almost filled for the next 2 damn years. So I'm not worried about that at all. So Red Dragon, man, get over it, dude. Just get over it. I mean, I thought that you might probably be off this stuff by now, but darn, come on, man. I mean, how long?
No, think about it. Ain't Nintendo charging?
I'm like, hell, get off.
Ain't Nintendo charging for their little bullshit? They gonna charge you. What's wrong? We pay for subscription services all the time for Dan and everything now.
That's right.
So I'm like, who gives a care? I mean, I like live the way it is. It's secured. I don't have to worry about finding a game. I don't have to worry about getting hooked up to a game. I don't have to worry about it dropping and all that stuff. So he bought all y'all want to give people educated guesses. I'm not gonna give nobody no educated guess. If you're gonna buy it, buy it. If you don't, shut the fuck up.
Man.
That's all there is to it. Red Dragon. Yes, for you.
No, Red Dragon, you know,
there it is.
Opinion. He got a different opinion, you know what I'm saying? But Red Dragon is really down as a PC guy. A lot of stuff is PC space.
No, Red Dragon is a failed PC guy.
Hey, Bone.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow. Wow.
He's the dude that tries to sell you a PC but has no
Jesus
idea.
Wow. Wow. Yo, I don't know how this shit good there.
Hey, this is the editorial T Reaper, not editorial DirectX show. So no hate towards me.
Hey, Flip, when was the last time he talked about this? A couple of weeks ago, a couple of days ago?
A couple of weeks ago.
Get over it. You've been talking about this crap for the last 2 years.
He keep talking about that shit. He talks about that shit every chance he get. I think that get him high. I mean, you know, I like the Red Dragon. He be saying some shit that be on point.
I do too on an occasion. That's not like
I like Red, but Red got to get over with that shit, man. Red Dragon, my man. I'm subscribed to Red, man. I like Red though. He be saying some shit some stuff that be on point though that other people don't talk about, but he just got to get over that. He got to get over that shit, man.
I love Red Dragon.
That's what I mean, dude. That's the sad part, though. I mean, he's like good on a lot of stuff, man, but he just can't get over that one hang-up.
Yeah.
And he could legitimately sell you a PC if he tried harder. If he tried harder, he could sell you a PC.
Well, shit. I'll put it this way. People got to understand this too. Everybody say PC is the way to go. It ain't the way to go if you don't know how to do shit.
True.
You know how many times I have to go, you know what I'm saying, take over someone's computer for my because they don't know what the hell they doing. But they say they can.
I need her to
do you know how many times when I had a PC, and it was outdated, I had to go get a brand new video card or something like that, a sound card, or I mean that is not a stabilization of just you gotta change it every couple of years. And I just got tired of that after a while. I mean, because that was running just some big money.
Well, see, the thing about it is, I don't have a $12,000 rig. I ain't trying to have a $12,000 rig. I want a rig to edit.
And I'm not gonna buy no $12,000 rig.
I ain't trying to do that. But
I got the best video game. No, because it's not that much.
But it's some of these guys rigs that they say they got all this in it. They still ain't running 4K 60.
Yeah.
Now, I heard, I ain't gonna say his name. I just mentioned him. I ain't gonna say his name because I got told they got to be nice. The same person that was talking about saying that, you know, I saw a tweet and ain't nothing wrong running at 1080p ultra settings instead of playing 4K 60.
Yeah, you do what you can stabilize.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why you get mad at Microsoft when they sit there? Remember when Halo 5 came out and they said we got dynamic scaling? It was all the world's coming to an end. But when Sony started doing it, oh, it's the greatest thing in sliced bread when you go to digital fuckery.
No, man, don't get me started. You about to trigger me when you say that name, fucking digital fuckery. I can't stand them motherfuckers. I hate them bastards, man. I want digital. Listen here, I want them to hear me now. I want digital fuckery to get shut down for the bullshit that they be doing. I'm not trying to kill that digital fuckery. I can't stand them bastards.
Remember when they were like, oh, that Call of Duty, I think it was Advanced Warfare. It's 1080p 60, but it scales down dynamically to 900 to keep the frame rate stable. And and it was terrible. That was a horrible thing. But then now, when it's checkerboarding, it's checkerboarded to 1440p, which is 2K. As long as it stays stable on the frame rate, it's good. It's good for the game. Not really that bad. You can't really tell. On Xbox One, for example, that same game could be 1080. 4K native and almost damn near 60 bucks. And they're like, oh, you really don't see the difference. Like, I know exactly what you're talking about. They're fucking stupid, man.
It doesn't make sense to me. If you needed a machine to tell you what resolution a game is, you don't need to be playing. You don't need to be playing video game.
We're not fucking worried about that shit.
They're just going with all the what's hyped on media. That's all that is. They're just hyping up what's already on media.
It's that biased, Mister. It's that biased.
Yeah, exactly. If everyone
that made up bias that people say that we make up,
they're going to be biased.
Well, the Xbox, us Xbox, like they call us, or they like to call us, we make that up. It's media bias. We make it up.
Yeah.
All right. So since everyone here is more of the older gamers, how was gaming different back then than it is today? As far as the community aspect of it. How people thought.
I think we're not as. I think we were less toxic back then.
Back in my early days, you go and buy a video game, you didn't have all this arguing about it and all that stuff. You just sit there and buy a game and have fun with your friends. And now since you got the media bias and you got the YouTube stars coming out bashing Microsoft and do all that stuff. It just totally changed from the 80s to the 90s to now. It's just totally changed. So, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but it's also not a good thing too. Because some days I just wish it would just go back to the old days where you go in there and buy a game and just you think about it. You got so many media biased people that would turn around and bash the game before it even comes out. That's just like you bashing a movie. They bash movies before they even come out. So, it's a good and it's a bad thing. It's a good and bad and evil thing too. So, on that.
The thing is, when we grew up, right, when gaming was the way it was back in the 70s and early 80s, late 90s, whatever, or early 90s, the biggest difference is we didn't have the freedom that you guys have now. Like, we didn't have options where we can go get these games, even though Blockbuster did become a thing where we could rent out certain games and not have to just spend the full amount of money and the game be a mediocre game or a game that wasn't too good, and we ended up stuck with it because the game was 60 or 40 or 30 or whatever. But that didn't happen until later. We didn't have that freedom. So when we bought a game, we bought it based on reading articles. We bought it based on what the gameplay looked like on these pictures of the articles, or like if they made a commercial for it. And we enjoyed it for what it was. But if the game was bad, the game was bad. We didn't cry about it. It just comes with the territory. So right now, for people and gamers now and the generations now, you guys are lucky because you have things like Game Pass. You can rent it out from hot packs and things like that. And even GameStop has programs you can buy a used game, try it out, you don't like it, bring it back. So you guys got it made when it comes to that part. But the community we tried to enjoy all the game consoles and try to find all the good games that we can in the respective consoles. But when we would discuss anything, and we talked about it, like if they just Street Fighter for one console and the other, we were like, well, this version is better because one has blood, or one doesn't have the black bar on the top. It's not letterbox, or one has the characters look smaller and the other one looks bigger, or one plays better on the controller for this console and not the other. So it was like good gaming conversation and arguments. It wasn't like that dumb shit that we have now that it becomes downright sad and nasty and pathetic because a lot of dudes be old and they act like they childish, you know what I mean? And talking about families and schooling and making memes and putting it up on social media like that shit is funny. So gaming in that sense now has become like a cesspool of cancer. It's just sad and it's not the same thing. Even though it has a lot of potential because now we got other good venues and mediums like YouTube where we can do our own channels via our media to the community individually, right? And we all bring something unique to the table, right? Like Mohammed brings something different, Sega Friday brings something different, Tom brings something different, Fred brings something different, you, Misfit, myself, we all bring something different in our own take on gaming because we're all different guys, and that's what I think is great, but it's just sad that it's gotten to the point where people are offending each other and disrespectful because gaming should be about gaming. It shouldn't be about that rhetoric and that ignorant dumb nonsense. So in that sense, that's why I feel gaming, the community was a lot better back then than it is now. But now gaming is a lot better because obviously the tech and the options that you guys have to be able to try out stuff and not have to get stuck with a game that costs you $60 and the game could be complete garbage, so those are a couple of things. There are other things I could bring up, not to make too long, but those are some of the main points of the difference between now and back then for us old school gamers, since you asked, Misfit.
Oh, okay. All right. People in the chat are saying that they think that your mic is too close because that thing is sounding like really loud.
So we about to get out of here. Yeah, we about to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? We about to go be down tonight. So let's get out the shout outs to everybody. And so let's go with Tuck Master. What's happening? Tell everybody where they can find you. Find your Jared Tall having ass at.
You know my bone. Everybody, this is your boy DJ. That's the original damn pony killer. I'm signing off. Y'all can find me on Xbox Live all the doggone time. So, that's really basically, it's a good panel that I was a part of today. I'm glad to have situated with all y'all fellas. Flip, I finally get to really talk to you on, besides on the Xbox Live. So, I respect that. And in Triple Cup, since I've gotten my, Google Chrome working now, I can get on your broadcasts now too, more often. So hit me up anytime. You got my phone number. I think you got my phone number, don't you?
Chuck is in a whole different world in that fight night. Fight night got stuff.
Okay. But no, y'all can find me on Xbox Live. You can find me on Facebook. Find me on Twitter and all that stuff. So I don't do the Twitter as much as I don't do Twitter at all. But I think I'm gonna have to start getting more involved in it and all that stuff. So since the community is kind of jumping on intermediate gaming a little bit, it's dealing with some knuckleheads, but I'm not calling their names, but they know who they are. So just to put them in a little place and all that stuff. So, but this is your boy DJ Tuck Master signing off. And I'll talk to y'all fellas later. Good night.
All right. So we got Misfit. Tell everybody what's up, where they can find you at, the Young Thoroughbred. Mr. like to talk shit.
Well, you can find me on Twitter at VChaosGodV. Same thing for my Xbox gamer tag. Yeah, that's about it. I'm probably going to be getting on GTA in a bit because I grind for that new nightclub DLC. But
shit, we're gonna be on that shit all night.
Yep.
Man, that stuff, man, when you're grinding and stuff and everything like that for something you want, man, it's like you're dedicated
That's like
to it.
crack cocaine.
Yeah, it is. It's almost like basically like crack cocaine, man.
So Reaper, tell everybody at you know what I'm saying, you ain't been on the podcast in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Tell everybody what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, how you living, how you gaming, how you drinking, how you getting high and shit.
Well, I was actually
on vacation.
I'm on vacation right now. Yeah, I have like 2 more weeks of reprieve before I go back to work. But right now I'm eating this nice pasta while I was like, because I had switched to my phone, so I went to my kitchen and I cooked myself some pasta while you guys were talking. And now I'm eating my pasta. But you can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. I'm now doing streaming, so I can actually now stream to Mixer, Twitch, and YouTube at the same time. So if you catch one of my YouTube streams, it normally has a backflip on Twitch or Mixer, depending on which one you're watching. So I stream Destiny, Halo, that new Vermintide game, and Battlefield. And then I'm getting ready for the fall coming out because I have a lot of games to play. But it's kind of cool because quick shout out to Supersonic Station because he helped me fix the whole thing with my OBS. Oh my god, that was a bitch. That shit was not fun to actually set up. But now that I have it set up, now I just have to worry about a green screen.
All right.
So basically, when you stream in all 3 places at the same time, Reaper? Is that what you're saying?
Yep, I do. It's actually really cool.
No, it's a program called Restream.to, I think, or something like that.
Yep, it's Restream. Yep.
But you can only do it to a computer.
Yeah, I got. Well, it's that the trick. The way it works is I have my PC hooked up to my Elgato on my television, and then I have the OBS. I have the OBS capture display capture, and then I just run the Elgato on my computer of my Xbox TV's full screen. I let that basically go back into standby mode where it's full screen, and then it pops up on my OBS. So, and first couple tries were kind of difficult, but I finally got it working because I was told to reduce my bit rate and then keep the frames the way it was, and I've been getting really good healthy streams the last 2 times I've done it. So, but I tried to only stream for like an hour or so, like maybe on like walkthroughs and stuff like that. When I try this on walkthroughs, I'll actually like stream the whole game at once. But I know YouTube only allows you to do it for 8 hours or something like that. Because I tried doing it on Facebook too, and I actually went to my Facebook, and then Facebook was like, "Oh, your music is copyrighted in a couple countries." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck you." But it still allowed my video to be there, so it was cool. But that's really expensive. That costs like $20 a month to stream for 10 minutes to Facebook. I'm like, I don't need that. I'm gonna cancel that. That's really expensive. That plus when it doesn't like capture the full stream, it was like pointless. I was like, God damn, I wasted $20 for no reason.
Yeah.
But it's a really cool feature. I just have to figure out how the green screen works.
Oh, shoot. I get what Dragon can tell you how to do. I don't.
Yeah, that's a 108 job.
I just make me a little bullshit. I make me something. Let's go to war. I don't even care. That's just me. Sega, you there, man? So everybody can find you at.
Yeah, dude, I have my mic muted, but I'm still here. I'm listening. Yeah, this was a good time, dude. Thanks for having me on. I didn't think we was gonna have a lot of people, so it's good that it all worked out, man. Shout out to the boys, Collider and all them, Jay Long and that stuff. But it was a good time, man. I had a real good time. So thanks.
Yeah, thank you, 100. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I always gotta have a backup plan or something. If I see something, boom. I'm
right now.
What I got to do is for everybody. People first. People think I'm an asshole, but hey, keep on thinking that though.
Hey, so 100 people think I'm an asshole too, but
So Flip Money online. Where you gonna be playing that later on?
Yes, sir.
GTA online.
Yes, sir. Man. Yeah, man. But you know, this your boy Flip Money. You can holler at me on Flip Money online. You can hit me up on Flip Money 1975 on Twitter. You can hit me on the Direct X Show. You can hit me on the Vibe Patient Podcast. You know what I'm saying? You can stop by and say what's up. You know, aka Xbox Sugar Daddy. AKA, don't get mad at me because I like the Xbox. So, you know, holler at me.
Mm-hmm. So then he about to tell everybody where they can find the most powerful gamer. He over here showing figurines. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you got like 17 jobs. I only got one. And I have you got 17 jobs. You got all these figurines and that. I'm gonna go rob P-Rod house. But
oh man,
you don't have to rob me. Just come over. I'll let you use whatever you need, partner. That's what.
But yeah, so tell everybody where they can find you at.
Well, first of all, I want to apologize to you guys for being late because it's been a while. I've been on a world tour with the kids because they all graduating and doing all kinds of stuff. That's why I've been on hiatus. But
that's what's up.
You know, family things, you know, just as important as hanging out, you know. They come first.
First, man.
Obviously, you can find me on Twitter for Hebop Powerful Gamer. You could also find me on Xbox Live, Hebot H. Then on Facebook, and you can find me on Info Media Gaming and the direct Infinite Rooms of the DX Mansion with Dorian and them. And then obviously here in the Direct X Show when I'm on time and able to come on with my brothers. And also with the Micropod of X over there at with the Microbox with the UK brothers. Yeah, I think that's it. And then on YouTube, you can find me. I'm Hebot. My channel is Hebot on YouTube. So come check me out if you guys like it. If you don't, it's okay. I understand. Nice to be back, though.
Yeah, you know. And shout out to the brothers that's not here. Kaleidoscope, J Long, Ghost Rider. You know what I'm saying? You know, we all got life issues. I got life issues right now. I need another bottle of whiskey. That's what my life issues. But hey, it ain't got what you mean. Look, what the Lord ain't got nothing to do with this. But me going across the street and gonna swipe my card. That's all it needs. The Lord ain't got nothing to do with it. But if you guys go follow me on Twitter, I'm giving two 1 month Xbox One game passes away. The only thing you got to do is to enter in, follow me on Twitter. No, you ain't got to follow me. Just find me on Twitter, retweet that I put out there, and I put everyone in. See, I'm different from everyone else. You know what I'm saying? I like to give away shit. You know what I'm saying? If I prosper, I'm trying to have you prosper too. So y'all can go do that. Y'all already know y'all can find me at. Everybody finds me out on the interweb. I don't know. I found myself. I didn't know. But people can find me. You can check out all these different thing about me is I'm not going to tell you to hit that thumbs up. I'm not going to tell you I will tell you hit the thumbs down because I don't even give two fuck. And I don't even gonna tell you to subscribe to their channels. Don't worry about me. I'm all right. I'm saying I'm continuing myself. And I'm trying to have a sports podcast with Daily on tomorrow. My boy's girl, his wife, I ain't gonna say his girl, she gonna slap the shit out of me if I'd have said that in her face, like his girl. I've been married to him over 10 years. I ain't my fault. I don't sleep with you. But she having a she having a party tomorrow, birthday party. Shout out to her. And I gotta cook a little bit, but I might sneak off and and do a sports podcast because I'm in the sports. My Lakers is in, in the playoffs in summer league, and I'm a sports guy. Just like I'm a Xbox guy, I'm a sports guy too. I'm a Laker fan. Look at he about spending more money. See, he got like 1,600 jobs. See, I'm telling you. About to spend. What you gonna go buy? You gonna buy $1,200 PC?
No. I'm gonna get a phone card so my phone can stay on.
He bought like like Denzel Washington from Equalizer 2. He's just a Lyft driver.
Oh shit.
But we about to get off this bad boy, man. Y'all peace out. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to share it, I don't give a fuck if you like it or subscribe. We're gonna be back. You know what I'm saying? Catch us on Xbox Live. If you want to communicate, you just gotta tell us who you are though. Don't be no weirdo because we got that button.
Yeah, you gotta express
out.
that very well. No weirdo, please.
Oh yeah, one more thing.
Do not.
We're trying to start back up get Xbox After Dark, so stay tuned for that.
Matter of fact, it is supposed to be Xbox After Dark tonight, huh?
Matter of fact, yeah,
Xbox After Dark on Mixer tonight. We talk about everything from gaming to sex to prostitution, all type of shit.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Goes. Anything goes. So that's exclusively live on Mixer, on my Mixer channel. If you don't know my Mixer, you'll see it on YouTube. I'll put it on the interweb, and I'll probably put it on YouTube tomorrow. But that's Xbox After Dark. It's not like shout out to my man Mega, but it's not like GRG After Dark. You know what I'm saying? That shit is we turn it up, and you know what I'm saying. But shout out to everybody, man. We about to be out here. You know what I'm saying?
I can come on.
Yeah, you come on with us. He about, you know what I'm saying? Xbox. We gonna talk about everything. Man.
Hop in the party, man. Stop playing, man. You family, bro. You can hop right on in that party and kick it with us.
Yeah, so we don't do nothing. We gonna have, you might even catch 108, cussing somebody out.
Yep.
You know, we don't know. We just don't know. So, but we about to be out. Y'all keep it a buck in your lives, and that's all I ask y'all to do. We out.